So this is of your last part of the unit 5th of the chapter carboxylic acid. Nothing the but the structure and the uses of some of the compound. From that, first is acetic acid. So acetic acid, it is called as ethanoic acid. Formula is CH3COH. Its simple structure. So this is the oldest known fatty acid, and it occurs in free and combined state in a lean biological fruits and plant extract. It is found in fruit juices which have become a sour by fermentation, and it is a chief constituent of vinegar, and hence it is a name is, that is Latin name acetum, that is nothing but acetum, nothing but vinegar. So the uses of acetic acid, so it is used as a laboratory reagent and as a solvent for the carrying reaction, since it is remain unattached by the oxidizing and reducing agent. So it is good solvents, in some cases it is used, and as a tablet as a table vinegar, and also it is used as a preparation of the condiment, because it is one of the ingredient from the condiment used in the spices, and it is also used as for the coagulating rubber latex, for the preservating the meat and fish, and in medication as a local irritant, then for the manufacturing of the vinyl acetate required for the production of the polyvinyl acetate, and acetic anhydride required for the making cellulose acetate, then lastly for the manufacturing of the acetate, then acetones and esters, ethyl acetate and amyl acetate being used as a solvent in a lacquer industry. So it is commonly used in this way. Then structure and uses of the lactic acid. So lactic acid is a organic acid, and it is a molecule formula ECH3CSOHCOH. It is a common structure is here. Then there is another thing related with this uses of this lactic acid. So lactic acid is employed in pharmaceutical technology, water soluble lactam, and otherwise insoluble active ingredient in topical preparation of cosmetics, disinfectant, and keratolytic property, because it is used in a different type of medications and cosmetics. Also medication have the two types of ingredient, as a emollient and keratolytic. Keratolytic property is related with the skin. So it is work together prevent the rough, scaly, itchy skin causes by the due to the eczema and some of the skin problem, keratosis and xerosis, that is drying of the skin. So dry skin causes by the loss of water upper layer of the skin, and as used as emollient, that is substance soften the moisturize the skin and decrease the itching and flaking. So emollient and particularly moisturizers uses the specific ingredient as acetic acid as emollient to skin that trap the water of the particular upper part of, and that is nothing but some of the combination ingredient used in this case mineral oils and some of petroleum, lanolin, and as a dimethicone in common emollient. The next is structure and uses of the tartaric acid. Tartaric acid is a white crystalline organic acid that occurs naturally in many fruits, most notably in grapes, but also used in bananas, tamarind, and citrus. So this is of a common structure of this particular tartaric acid. Tartaric acid and its derivative have excess of the uses in the field of pharmaceuticals. For example, has been used in production of effervescent salt, and in a combination of citric acid improve the taste of medication also. Then effervescence, that is after the medication interact with water, it produces the foam and bubbles. The instead of foam, it forms the bubbles, and it is easily get dissolved. The potassium antimonyl derivative of the acetic acid known as tartaric emollient, including some small doses in Carboxylic and expectorant, it can be used. Then structure and of the citric acid. So this is of structure of the citric acid containing particular C double bond OOH here in this way at in a three combination, three types of the combination with one single carbon atom. Then citric acid is a weak organic acid and that has a chemical formula C6H8O7. So it is occur naturally in a citrus food. In a biochemistry, it is intermediate citric acid cycle occurs metabolical all the aerobic organisms. Then uses it is used as a flavoring and preservative in food, beverages, especially soft drinks and candies, in ice creams. As an emulsifying agent to keep the fat for separate, and to caramel to prevent us sucrose crystallization, or in a recipes of the fresh lemon juices. Then citric acid is used in sodium carbonate in a wide range of effervescent formulation, both of the in, for example, in ingestion of the powder and tablet for the personal cares. Then use of improving the effectiveness of the soaps and laundry detergent, used as a acidulant, as a in a cream, gels, liquids, and in a food dietary supplement. Citric acid is a alpha hydroxy acid, is active ingredient in a chemical reaction, chemical skin peeling. Then active ingredient in the production of facial tissue with antiviral property. Then structure and the uses of the succinic acid. So this is of the dicarboxylic acid with the chemical formula CH2 twice CO2H2 twice. So succinic acid is a precursor of the polyesters and as a component of the alkylide resin. Then the automotive and electronic industries have heavily relay the BDO to produce the concentrate insulator, then wheel cover. So then different types of uses in industrial purpose. The succinic acid reveals the certain big biodegradable polymers which is interested in tissue engineering application. Then as a food additive dietary supplement, succinic acid is generally recognized as safe by the US FDA. Then succinic acid used in a preliminary in acidity regulator, food and beverages industries, available in flavoring as a flavoring agent, contributing some of the astringent component test, that is it having specific test. We can identify that in excipient in pharmaceutical products used as a control the acidity. So these are the common things used in by this. Then structure and the uses of the oxalic acid. So oxalic acid is an organic compound with a formula C2H2O4. Here is the structure. It appears as like this. It is a white crystalline solid that forms a colorless solution in water, and it contains formula ECHCOCCOOH, reflecting the classification as the simplest dicarboxylic acid. It contains OH. Here is a OH. Then here is where we can easily find out. Then uses oxalic acid main application including the cleansing, bleaching, especially for the removal of the rust. It is usually rust removal agent due to forming a stable water soluble salt. And then the carboxylic acid is an ideal chemical for the cleansing purpose in bleach, like perfect sterilizing household items, and it is also efficient removing various different surfaces, stain counters, then bathtubs, and all different types of the application for the cleansing of the rust. Today it is used as a passive ingredient in various cleansing product, bleaching and detergents. Bleaching properties used in sterilizing equipment, used in corporate environment, textile mills to as a bleaching agent for the color cloths. Then there is the structure and the uses of salicylic acid. This is of salicylic acid. It is a lipophilic monohydroxybenzoic acid, types of phenolic acid, and is a colorless organic acid, is widely organic synthesis and function of plant hormones. It is used as a medication in most of commonly help to remove the outer layer of the skin, such as used in warts, psoriasis, acne, then ringworm, dandruff, ichthyosis. Similarly to other hydroxy acid, it is the key ingredient of the some skincare product for the treatment. Salicylic acid was one of the original starting material for the synthesis of the asparic acid. Then otherwise derivative include methyl salicylate as used as a liniment, joint for the muscles pain, and uh, choline salicylate used as topical relieve the pains and mouth ulcers. Then salicylic is used as food preservatives and bactericidal and antiseptic. So lots of uses have the particular salicylic acid. Then next, the benzoic acid. So it is a white crystalline. These are the white crystalline solid formula is C6H5CO 2H, and it is a simplest aromatic carboxylic acid. Benzoic acid occurs naturally in plants. Many plants uses benzoic acid is a constituent of the Whitefield ointment and used in treatment of the fungal skin diseases, tinea, ringworm, athletes of a fruit. So these are the fungal infections occur to the skin. Then as principal component, gum, as gum benzoin is as a major ingredient of tincture benzoin. Some and then used in a product of along with history of the topical antiseptic, then in decognizant, then benzoic acid used in expectorant, analgesic, antiseptic. In 20th century, benzyl chloride is important starting material for the benzoic acid and derivatives like the benzoate used in artificial flavoring and insect repellent. So lots of uses have to the benzoic acid. Then next is the structure of benzyl benzoate. Earlier we see the benzyl uses of this benzoic acid, in that it is one of the derivative related with the synthesis of benzyl benzoate. It's the organic compound which is used in medication, insect repellent, already we seen in earlier slide. So benzyl benzoate effective in a expensive topical treatment in a scabies, that is a particular infection due to the ticks, and it is has a vasodilator and a spasmolytic effect. That is vasodilation is takes place and decrease the blood pressure. It is in asthma, then offing curves, and it is also used in expectorant, testosterone replacement medication. Then in benzoate is used in a topical scarbicide and scabicide, pediculicide. So these are the particular infection due to the tick, mite, and leaks, also used in a veterinary hospital. Then structure and uses of dimethyl phthalate. So methyl phthalate is organic compound. Formula is as like this C10H10O4. So this is of a structural formula, and it is a methyl esters of phthalic acid. It is the colorless liquid and soluble in organic solvent. Uses of this insect repellent, mosquitoes and flies, and it is also ectoparasites. Has been many other uses including the solid rocks, propellant, and plastics. Then related to the forming the cleansing, washing, including the cleansing product in home laundries, detergent, soaps, and spot removing, and garages. Then modification including when a specific information known as a dry cleaning, laundry soap, and wooden and flour also, and it is a prolonged use in manufacturing drug and veterinary animal also. Then methyl salicylate, it is the wintergreen oil, which is organic compound C6H4 OHCO2CH3. It is a methyl ester salicylic acid, and many of the uses, it is rubefacient, analgesic, liniment, counter irritant in gums and mints. Also it is used in lots of the from pharmaceutical ingredient as decrease the pain and relieve the pain. So it is used in this way.